Wasn't the best week for the side, scored 2,397, didn't have a fair few of the top scorers this round. A lot of it's out of my control. You pick the players, hope they do well, and this week it didn't really come together, unfortunately. I guess the good thing is I didn't go down too much, only down 113 spots, so we stayed around the mark, so that's okay. One thing that was in control though was my captain decision, and I'm kind of kicking myself for that one. And we can talk about it straight away in the team here, because Rory Laird was my captain. It was out of him or Bont, and you'd think, just captain Bont, it's so obvious, but I liked the Laird matchup against Carlton. It was a gut feel, I rolled with it. At quarter time, it was looking pretty good, half time as well. And then second half he got tagged by Curnow, and now I'm kicking myself for losing 47 points on that decision. Why did Ed Curnow have to bloody tag him? Real unfortunate. Stewart's milestone game was a night to forget. Lloyd, no good. Whitfield, Short and Ridley all good, we take that. Midfield, Bont is insane. It has to be him, then Daylight in terms of Brownlow favourite. McRae, good to see him back at his best. Clary, he hasn't really been at his best since maybe the Dogs game. So hopefully we can actually know he's going up against GWS. So he probably gets tagged by De Boer. So hopefully he can just do his best to shake off the tag. Lyons, great. Neil, tagged by O'Connor, but did really well considering he injured his shoulder in the first quarter. And I was thinking, man, I just traded him in, was celebrating his 150, and we're about to get a 10 here because he's done the shoulder, but he came back on and got himself to a 98, so we take that, all things considered. Petrarca though, oh my gosh, it's a broken record. Absolute butcher. 8 clangers, 113 dream team. Like, he played a good game, but gee, his turnovers are so frustrating. He went at about 25% in the first half, I think. Just atrocious. I've said it countless times in previous videos, if he can just clean up the ball use, he could put together some great scores. Walsh was back at his best against Adelaide. Brayshaw was great. Rux, Gorn, hasn't quite been at his best, but hopefully we can see a big game against GWS. Grundy was back, was superb. And the forward line, tough outing for Hall, but he did some good things late in the game to get himself to a 73. So it could have been worse. This was his first score under 100 since trading him in. So at 415k, it's been such a good pickup. Zeeble was good. Langford was a real ball magnet in the fourth quarter. Got himself to a ton. So that's great. Traded in Danger for Impey once I heard the news. So it was a week early. I knew he was going to go down in price. He did. But it's okay. 97's fine. Dusty, it's whatever really. Everyone has him. And Coleman Jones was okay, considering Richmond couldn't really get anything going up forward. The Impey injury really threw a curveball in my trade plan, because this week I was supposed to go 1 down, 1 up to get Danger, but of course the injury meant I got Danger early and I had to use an injury trade. So I don't want to go 1 down, 1 up to get my last forward anymore, because then that would leave me with 1 trade for the rest of the season, and I don't want to be in that position right now. So I'm gonna have to go with a real budget option. And the names here are just not good. Mackay is probably the best option, and that's saying a lot. Jack Darling, Tom Atkins. I don't want to go any of these players. I could hold Coleman Jones this week because he has Gold Coast, so that's not bad. I'll have to look at projected scores, projected price rises and all that stuff just to see what I could possibly do next week. So I don't know if I'll trade this week. I might just hold Coleman Jones and hope for something better next week. We'll see. I really don't want to use 2 trades, because you just got to have at least 2 injury trades, and 2 is cutting it fine. But those are my thoughts on my last upgrade at this stage. I doubt I'll go with any of these options this week. It's just no good. Hopefully Coleman Jones can put up a great score against Gold Coast, and we'll see what happens next week. So this will be the team heading into round 16 with absolutely nothing changed. Captains, I've forgotten to talk about captains the past couple of weeks, and now that I've remembered, the fixture hasn't actually been released in terms of time slots. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'd say the 2 players I do want to have the VC and C on are Lions and Gawn. I don't know when they're going to be scheduled. Maybe the Melbourne GWS game might be earlier, so if I had to guess how the AFL are going to schedule it, we'll go Gawn vice, Lions captain. If the Adelaide-Brisbane game is played before the Melbourne GWS game, then obviously we switch, but Gawn and Lions are probably the 2 I want to have the vice and the captain on. Gawn's record against GWS is ridiculous, so I really hope he can continue that streak and get back to his best footy. Neil would have been a no-brainer, but he injured the shoulder, so I'm not so sure about him. Obviously there's Bont and McRae against North. Both of them didn't go that well against North last time, and they won by like 120, so I don't know. But I do like Lions against Adelaide, because Adelaide don't tag. We saw what Walsh did, we've seen what Clary did, we've seen what so many mids have done against Adelaide, so Lions is pretty safe, I think. But that's about it. Hopefully we can bounce back. Hopefully the captain decision ends up working out this time around. Good luck to you all for round 16, and I will see you guys in the next video.